episode of the Women of Ouija. I'm Marla Martinson.
And I'm Karen Dahlman.
Great to see you guys again. So we're doing a kind of part two on a video that we did a while ago, and that was kind of about, are you using the board underground? Are you afraid to kind of bring it out or let anyone know? And we did a short video on that, and we thought we'd expand on it because some people just feel like, we feel out of place, like a black sheep. And I definitely was always kind of the black sheep, even growing up in school, elementary school, and I always was into my little witchy stuff and spells. I spent a lot of time alone in the woods and with my pets, and I had a small group of friends, but I was never the popular girl, and I always kind of felt like a black sheep. And now that I've been kind of coming forward with my spiritual practices, and I wrote the book, The Buddha Made Me Do It, which I chronicle a lot of this stuff that I've been doing and not afraid to drink out of a Ouija mug. It's even though there's a lot of people interested in this now, there's still a lot of people that are like, what in the hell, are you talking about? Maybe your siblings or your parents or coworkers aren't on board with it. For me, my husband is totally not on board. He thinks I'm insane.
Yes, I've heard the stories.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I've heard the rumors.
He thinks that we're just making it up, like we're just moving the planchette and just pretending. So, which just blows my mind, because here we're like, busy business women, and we're not, it's just so funny to me. But what am I going to do? Do you give up what you love or your hobbies because it makes someone else uncomfortable? What do you do there? Do you just kind of keep it under wraps? So like these videos I do, he's not home now, so I'm doing them. He thinks this is just goofy stuff. Like, what in the hell are you doing? When the witch's hats, you're going to lose all credibility. You could lose clients. Everybody's going to think you're crazy. And I was worried about that for a while. I was concerned about it, and I thought about it. But then I thought, you know what? Karen and I have so much fun doing these videos. We love talking about it, and there's people who love us to do them. You guys make comments, you email us, you ask questions, and maybe there's not millions of followers, but we've got enough of a little group here that we love talking to you guys, and we love talking about this subject. And I thought, you know what? We've got to be true to ourselves, right? So, Karen, what is your take on this, and what's been your experience? I know you haven't had you have a little more support.
Yeah, mine was very different. I grew up in a family that was very allowing. In fact, Santa Claus gave me my first board, and my parents didn't care. I was using the board, and I don't think they really understood the seriousness of it until I got a little bit older. But they still, no problem with it. I would say my dad is a little more skeptical about it, and that's fine. He was engineer and military man, full bird colonel, and so it's kind of strange to him, but he's very accepting of it now, very accepting that I'm out there doing something that I love, and it makes me happy. And as Marla said, there's so many of you. It's like an underground community. It's a subculture in a way, and I'd like to call it my little Ouija family. # Ouija family.
We love you, Ouija family.
Ouija family, hi guys.
Hi,
and you guys know who you are, right? And they join us on Twitter and on Facebook, and it's great to know that you have a group of people that are also maybe a little non-traditional, outside the ordinary, and I'm glad to be one of those people. Another thing that I really was into when I was young growing up, we were really into the earth. We did a lot of camping, and we would collect things like sticks and rocks and crystals and geodes, and we would go sit outside, listen to the stars at night to see if you can hear them. There was really such a reverence for that just to do that, in a family, and that'd be acceptable. But then now to continue to do that, such as using my crystals or collecting my bones that I have around my house and skulls and stuff, it's like that's acceptable for me. And so my little unit of my nuclear family, it was okay. But I noticed that other people, if they came over to my house when they were children, we did sleepovers, or even in high school, college, I started coming out of the closet in college a little bit more. But especially when I was a practicing psychotherapist, you just didn't talk about these things. And in fact, people would say, I really don't want to talk about this. I just don't even want to know what you do. And there was some people that really were curious about it. And I kind of learned, as you learn too, when you're hiding some of these things, because, for whatever reason, there's a stigma, or it could be because you're not going to feel like you're going to fit in. I mean, sometimes who cares? But you do care if you have a job.
Yeah.
You do care if you have to go to school. You know, you do care. So you have to fit in.
Yeah.
But to know there's others people out there, as I started finding over the years, I would align myself with those people and began to explore other things that were more occult-like, which occult means hidden, not cult, but occult means hidden.
Yes.
So esoteric hidden things. And so it just became a progression. And I see that if you have a tool you like to use that takes you into these unseen realms or these magical ways of being, maybe it's tarot cards, the dowsing rods, pendulum, ruins, the I Ching, we can go on and on, the Ouija board. You will find, if you take your time with it and you do take a chance to reach out to some people, especially if you go to like the bookstores that have these kind of information or these special kinds of shops that carry crystals, and you can start to find people around a little bit more than we could in the old days in the 70s and 80s. There wasn't too much of that. You had the new age thinking, but they still were so against the Ouija. But you can now start reaching out and branching into those communities and starting to attend workshops. I know Marla's been attending a lot. I still attend programs too. And it puts you in touch with people that are going to be more open to it.
Right.
And so maybe you have your friends, your family and colleagues, you can't go there, and that's fine. You're not going to tell everybody your whole life history. You're not going to tell everybody everything that's going on in your life. So you just see it that way. And unfortunately, you may have to compartmentalize at times, but you don't just always share your whole heart with somebody. You take time to build that trust up. And if you find the people that also can speak your same language and enjoy these tools, then you're going to find that it's going to be nice to have that balance. You can still be with the people who don't get it, and you still want to keep it under wraps, but then yet you can still have your group of people who you share this with. And I have friends on both sides, all sides of the spectrum, who really are into this. And then I have friends who are closer to me who are accepting of it but don't really care too much about it. Mm-hmm. Then I have those that are really into it or curious, and those who do this too. And Marla's one of those people who work with the same tool. So, and that we found each other for that reason as well. I think she was looking for somebody to share this journey with.
Absolutely.
So yeah, try branching out, see what other people are out there now, go to those bookstores, go to those shops, join a group, a meetup group, start your own.
The Facebook group that we're on, one of them has like 6,000 members, Ouija.
That's right. We're on quite a few Ouija board related Facebook groups, and that's been wonderful because now you don't feel so alone, and everybody's asking questions, and everybody's making comments and posting their boards, and you go, wow, it's cool. There's this whole community. Yeah. Yes, maybe they're not next door, and I can't go to their house and do the board with them, but yet I still have people that I can relate to.
And you know what's fun is some of them we've done readings for each other. Some people I've met, like one gal in Italy gave me a reading and I gave her one, and we emailed it to each other on our board. So that was really fun. So.
Yeah, that happens. So don't think you're just absolutely alone. You don't have to be. Maybe you don't have somebody to do the board with, but then you can learn to use it on your own. And we've done videos on that too. So do check those out.
Yeah, check those out because people get frustrated that they can't use the board, it doesn't move and all that. But it's really got to do with energy, and we've done a lot of videos on there. So we have a section where there's all the Women of Ouija videos in one spot. So check that out. Playlist, that's the word.
We have our playlist, yeah, and it's labeled Women of Ouija. I mean, I think we have like 60 or 50.
Maybe 30 or 40 by now. Maybe 40 or something by now.
No, I think it's higher. I was counting one day. It was like 50 something. I think we're on our 60th. We're somewhere in there.
We've been doing it for a year or two. I'm going to have to go back.
I think we're on our second year now. And we've been doing, I think it'll come up in spring. It's like 2 years of doing this, I believe. So we've been doing this a bit of time. We're trying to release one about every week.
Yeah. But every
so anyway,
10 days I release one.
Do check out those videos too, because we're here. I get emails all the time, and people tell me about how they do feel alone with this tool, and they have a lot of great questions to ask, and because they are alone. So just start branching out, find those that you feel like would understand, and start talking to them about it. Join our Facebook groups that we're also members of. Visit us on Twitter. I'm always twittering about about Ouija and the practice, so you don't have to be alone anymore with this.
That's right, and Karen has some books about it, which the links are below in the description box.
That's right.
Let us know are you hiding it? Do you have people in your life that just don't understand? Let us know. We want to hear about it. All right?
That's right.
Talk to you soon.
Happy boarding.
Much love. Happy boarding.